Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Meet Miss Shani Smart, a very inappropriate last name as you'll see, who also likes to be known as Luke Stogner or Matt Stogner. Luke seems to have lots of problems. He doesn't seem to know where he is, or where he's been, or where he lives. Luke introduced himself to Celia. They exchanged a few pleasantries and then he asked, "Where are you from?" "I live in Durham," she said. "It's in the northeast of England. Where are you?" "Wow," he said. "That's a nice place." "Oh," she said. "Do you know it?" "I've been there twice," he said. "Of course. I've been in England." "That's amazing," she said. "It's a lovely city." "Have been in London and Bath," he added. "Did you see our cathedral?" asked Celia. "Not that you can miss it, really." "It's a nice place," he said. "Bath is lovely too," she said. "London's too big for me." "LOL," he said. "I love Bath." "You haven't told me where you're from," she continued. "That's nice," he said. "I'm from Nolensville, Tennessee, but currently deployed to Kabul, Afghanistan for peacekeeping mission. And I've been here for 5 months now, and the weather is somehow nice. What's your profession?" "I'm an administrator," she said. "I work for one of our local colleges. Did you visit any of them when you were here?" "I guess not," he said. "That's good to know. Well, I'm a major in the United States Army. I've been in the military for 32 years, and I hope to retire soon. How long have you been working?" She told him she'd been at the college for 20 years, and then asked, "Do you have bairns?" "I went to university in Durham. I spent 4 years there, and to this day I can't do a Geordie accent, so I'm not even going to try." "You've worked for a very long time too," he said, "and hope your profession doesn't stress you." Another classic giveaway that you're talking to an African scammer. For some reason they're obsessed with saying they hope that things don't stress you. "Why would it stress me?" she asked. "What a strange thing to ask." "Just asking," he said. "Yes, I do," in reply to "Do you have bairns?" "How many?" she asked. "I have a son. His name is John and he's 16 years old. He's the only family that I have left. I love and miss him so much." Celia told him she had a son who lived in Australia. He said, "Do you live alone?" "My husband died nearly 3 years ago," she answered. "He was a lot older than me, and we just had one child." "So sad," he said. "Mine too. My wife was dead almost 4 years ago now." "I'm sorry to hear that. Your poor son," said Celia. "He'll be so happy to have you home when you retire." "You got it right," he said. "He's so lonely." "Do you still have parents and other family too in England?" he asked. "My mother lives in Durham," she said, "the other side of the city from me. My father died 5 years ago. I was an only child. I have 2 sisters-in-law, my late husband's sisters. They both live in Newcastle." "Means your mother is still alive?" he asked. "Of course," said Celia. "She wouldn't be living in Durham if she was dead." And here comes the rest of that old scammer sob story. Exactly the sort of thing you tell somebody you've just met online when you're 54 and a father. "Oh well, family seems really amazing. I am the only child of my both parents. I lost my mum a few months after my birth. Growing up was not easy for me because I never felt the love and the care of a mother. I grew up by my dad, but my dad is no more now." "How old are you?" asked Celia. 54, he said. Then he asked, "What has been your experience here on Facebook? Do you think or feel Facebook is a nice place to make new friends?" "That sounds like a question from one of our entrance test papers," said Celia. "I don't get it," he said. "What I said," she said. "That sounds like a school homework or exam question. Do you think or feel? LOL. And I wonder where he copied and pasted that question from. "Well, I have opened this account for some years now," he said, "but I'm not using it." "I think social media is overrated a lot of the time," said Celia. "People seem to think they have to post all the details of their daily life for everyone to see. Don't understand that myself." "Just of recent that I said I'd just log it in," he said. "If I'm caught, I will be disabled, because in here we ain't allowed to use Facebook or Instagram." "So why are you using it then?" asked Celia. "Only if we're to get some informations from the UN and some other means." "The UN use Facebook?" asked Celia. "They have an account here in Facebook," he said. "Doesn't sound very secure to me," she said. "I'm so lonely," he said a bit later. "You don't want to have a man in your life who will love and respect you no matter what?" "It would be nice to meet someone again," she said. Tell me about your visit to Durham. When did you come here? It was nice. I think 2015, he said. Did you come for a holiday or for work? She asked. Holiday, he said. Me and my wife was in London. What made you come to Durham? Asked Celia. Not Durham, he said. I was in Balham. Oh, Roland Floor laughing, she said. Not quite the same. I did tell you he didn't know where he'd been. Why were you in Balham? She asked. For vacation, he said. Just went to chill over there for some days. A vacation? In Balham? She asked. Yes, he said. Blimey, she said. Why? With apologies to all residents of Balham, but I'm not entirely sure you'd promote it as a holiday venue. You ask a lot of questions, he said. Celia asked him to tell her about where he lived. He said, My country is nice. Tell me about your town, she said. Nolensville, Tennessee is a very wonderful and beautiful city and state in the US. It can't be a city and a state, she said. LOL, he said, Nolensville is a city and Tennessee is a state. Is it a big city, she asked. Durham's a city because we have a cathedral, but it's quite a small place, really, compared with other cities anyway. Newcastle is much bigger. And here's that question that goes into most videos. Is Nolensville a big city? Wikipedia tells me that Nolensville is a town in Williamson County, Tennessee. The population was 5,861 at the 2010 census. Yes, he said. And then he started talking about his travels. I did tell you he didn't seem to know where he'd been, or where he was. Celia asked him if he'd always lived in Nolensville. He said, Nope, I was born in Nolensville, Tennessee, but I lived in California. I loved that place. It was California that I even had my number. I also had another one in Nolensville too, but that one is at home. I don't understand, said Celia. What's a number? The one that I did in California is still here with me. I mean a phone number. Oh good, I'm glad we sorted that one out. When did you move back to Nolensville? She asked. It's a long time. I've been in almost 6 or 7 states, if I could remember. Was in Pennsylvania, was in North Carolina, was in Texas, California, Alaska, and Atlanta, Georgia, because of my son. You moved around a lot, said Celia. I guess that was because of your work. Yeah, he said, and some I just went to chill. I just remembered. I was in Seattle, Washington, French settlement, Louisiana. What did you do in Alaska? She asked. Alaska is very far from my home in Nolensville, Tennessee. I went there with my friend, then in the States, of which I don't even have his contact here with me. Were you travelling around? Yes, he said. I love travelling. Had been to Sydney, Australia. I remember I took a pic of the bridge. You could hardly forget that, said Celia. Yeah, he said. Where else did you go in Sydney? She asked. Oh, Sydney, a beach, Bondi Beach. I didn't spend much time there, only 2 days, because I went for work. Okay. I was going to ask you about your trip to Alaska, she said. My husband and I went there on a cruise a few years ago. We loved it. Alaska is very far, he said. Yes, she said, but you said you went there with a friend. Yes, his name is Trey. Which places did you visit? Where? He said. In Alaska. Oh, okay, Badger. Is that inland or on the coast? Asked Celia. Don't even know, he said. You don't know if you were inland or on the coast? How odd, she said. Don't know, he said. All I know that I was in Badger, Alaska. A bit more silliness ensued, and then, of course, he asked her if she was on WhatsApp or Hangouts. Celia doesn't use WhatsApp, so they changed to Hangouts. Over on Hangouts, he said, I have a question. You have Hangouts already. Why? I don't understand the question, said Celia. I told you I was on Hangouts. Just curious, he said. You have someone talking to in here? I talked to Dan on here and several friends. What's wrong with that? It's none of your business. A little while later, he had another question. When do you go and close from work? I work from 9 to 5 during the week, she said. You drive home yourself, he said, or you have a driver? No, she said, I walk to work. A driver? Do you think I'm super rich or something? You don't have a car, he said. Yes, she replied, I have a car, But I only live 10 minutes' walk from the college. It isn't worth driving. Never thought about that, he said. But getting a car doesn't mean someone must be super rich. Having a driver does, she said. OK, he said. It's OK. He'd probably earn more than I do, replied Celia. You really have a driver? He said. Oh, for God's sake, man, she said, go to bed. You're clearly overtired. It was about midnight or 1 o'clock Kabul time when they were having this conversation. The next evening, she said, Hi, I just got home from work. Well, that's not true. I came home, got in the car and went to Tesco to do some shopping. So, what did you get for me from the shopping? He asked. Oh, sorry, she said. You didn't give me your list. Next time. LOL, he said. Would you have bought it? Yes, she said, but it might take a while to get to you if I post it, so don't ask for anything frozen. Frozen, he said. I don't understand. Some of these scammers are just such hard work. Frozen peas, frozen fish, ice cream, she said. Oh, that! What can I do with that? Nothing, because I'm not there. That's why it was a joke, you twat, she said. Since almost 1 year now have not had ice cream. So tell me, what did you get from shopping for yourself? Groceries, she said. Why haven't you had ice cream for a year? Not up to a year. I said almost a year. Since I'm here, I haven't had ice cream. Why haven't you had ice cream for almost a year? She asked. Because I'm here, he said. I don't understand, she said. Why don't they have ice cream? I'm in Kabul, Afghanistan, he said. I know where you are, she said. Why don't they have ice cream? We're stationed here in Bagram Airfield, Kabul. Give up the unequal struggle, Celia. It really isn't worth it. No ice cream anywhere, he said. And then added, completely irrelevantly, even getting a gift card here is a war. No gift card here. It's terrible in here. Why on earth would you want a gift card, she said. That's so irrelevant to ice cream. But I think we all know why he wants a gift card, don't we? You know it, he said eagerly. You know what a gift card is. Of course I do, she said. But I have no idea what it has to do with ice cream, unless Ben and Jerry's sell them. Gift card! I uses it for my system to do so many things, he said. Nothing to do with ice cream. I just said it. What's unless Ben and Jerry's? You live in the US, she said, and you don't know what Ben and Jerry's is? No, he replied. Celia got fed up with him and told him that she was going to block him. So then he thought he'd call her. This is just a few edited highlights because the call lasted over half an hour. Finally, Celia got fed up with him and did what you probably shouldn't do to scammers and called him out. That was interesting because then he changed his tune and claimed that he was confessing. I've had this before. The scammers will claim that they're confessing and then come up with another sob story. They'll try and beg money from you. I'll show you his screenshot at the end. I'm coming to think of it as a sort of alternative scam. So if the person that you're talking to suddenly claims that they're telling you the truth, just take their second story with almost as much of a pinch of salt as you did the first.
Hello?
Hello?
How you doing? You see, okay, let's just say you misunderstood me, okay? And I'm sorry about all that. We can start all over again because, I just said block me, but I look at your picture and there's something in my mind, I just like you much, but I don't know, it's just an idea.
So why are you lying to me?
Oops. I don't know what to say.
No. Well, you could try telling me the truth. That would be a good start, wouldn't it?
Okay, I'll tell you.
Go on then.
About ice cream in here. First, you should know it's not hard here. We don't buy ice cream here. We didn't came here for that. Okay, we came here for peacekeeping mission, and that's it. We're gonna face what we came here for, and we're not for ice cream or any other stuff. Okay.
I thought you said you were going to tell me the truth.
That's the truth. I'm just telling you.
You don't have an American accent.
Oh, God. Oh, you tell me. What accent do I have?
At a guess, Nigerian or Ghanaian?
Ghanaian. I know Ghana, but what is the other place that you said? Is it like a country or what? Can you tell me you're a teacher or what?
Yes.
I'm not sure you're an administrator. You're just a teacher, I guess. You're a professor, right?
A professor, no. I have taught, yes.
You're gonna help me, do you?
No, I'm not going to help you.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Because you've lied to me.
You have a nice night. I said good night from here. You said you won't help me, even if I say anything.
And where is here?
You don't need to know.
No, but it'd be really interesting. My guess would be Lagos.
You know everywhere in the world, everywhere in the whole planet. You've been to Mars, everywhere in Pluto, Jupiter. You know everywhere.
No, I'm not a friend of Richard Branson. I can't afford to fly to Pluto.
I don't have an American accent. I take that as yes.
I don't have an American accent. I've got an English accent.
Tell me the truth. How old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 50. Question is, how old are you?
You want to know?
Yeah, I would guess about 20.
You're correct. Well, you see, me lying is not my fault, okay? I'm not sure you're gonna understand. Okay. I just have to say the truth because I'm a Christian, okay? And I know that I've failed one commandment, which is thou shalt not lie. Say that, and I pray to God for God to just forgive me for that, okay?
Right.
And okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you because I don't want to sin. I don't want to go to hell. Just say the truth to you. Listen to me. I've learned things, and you know that, of course. And I'm from the country Nigeria, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just telling the truth. So that's it. I'm from Nigeria, and I did all this because we don't have money. My mom is sick, and everything is just too rough for my family right now because there's nothing. Even feeding is just too hard. Okay. I really don't know what to say right now. I would love to see your face.
Oh, show me yours and I'll show you mine.
It's true. I would have showed you mine, but this country is a damn country. There is no light. It's very dark, and you're not gonna see my face except I put on a flashlight. Do you want that?
Go on then.
You want a flashlight?
Yeah?
Okay.
You'll
I
have
think
to...
I'm gonna call you back.
I was going to say,
I'm gonna call back. Yeah, I'm seeing you right now.
that's better. Now I believe who you are.
I know it's wrong, but you know what? My mom is sick, and I had no money, nobody to help.
Yeah.
I'm a painter. My father is a painter, so I try to learn the work, but you see, that's not even. You can't make good money from that. There's nothing. See,
Yeah.
nothing. I'm not in Lagos right now. I'm not in Lagos.
All right, where are you?
I'm in village. Village.
All right.
That's the issue right now.
Right.
I forgot to tell you. You look good. You look pretty.
Thank you. I don't believe you, but thank you anyway.
You still don't believe me?
Nope. I can see
Then
myself on the
how will
screen.
you believe me? Should I kill myself first for you to believe me?
Sorry, say that again.
Should I die before you believe me? How would you believe me?
Should you die before I believe you? No, that's not a good idea, is it? How are you going to help your mum if you do that?
That's the problem right now. In this country, what we write is WAEC, West Africa Examination Council, and I have my result with me since I finished school 2019, and I've not thought about university in this country because I have no money, no hope, and nothing. So let's just say there's nothing to write home about here.
Right. And if you found a university in America or somewhere, would there be a foundation or a charity that could help you?
I think so.
You'd need to write to one of them and ask.
Yeah, I think so. No, but what I first of all love is that maybe coming to America, then get a job, even if it's a cleaner, just cleaning a house help, then just getting some little money from there to help to send to my mom to help her to get well. Then from there I can get a school and you know what, study forward and do some other things. I think that might be good, but because right now eating is even a problem. To feed is a problem. I've only ate since afternoon. I just ate only this morning.
Yeah. Where did you learn such good English?
From school.
Right.
And not just from school because in my life I always like technology. Let me just say computer and everything. So I learned some good English online. If I watch an American film, I listen to the film and I learn good English from there.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I think you should write to one of the universities or write to a charity and ask them if they can help you get to America.
Oh, my days.
I mean, I can't help you because I don't know any of them. But I know a lot of the universities have scholarships and they have schemes for helping students from poor countries.
Can't you do me a little favor?
Which is?
Help my mom.
No.
Really?
Yes, really. After that call, Celia stopped talking to him, and the following afternoon he sent her this. Hey, Celia, come on. OK, at least £500. I do understand that life is very hard for a lot of people in Nigeria, and I know that I have very little understanding of how a lot of people there have to live. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like it, please share it, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another Keep Safe on the Net video on YouTube.